Hey, I'm Karina from Pilates and I'm here today to take you through another 20-minute Pilates resistance band workout. So today I'm going to use all the weights, so the light, medium, heavy. But just remember, I'm just offering you these weights. So if you need to go heavier or lighter, or if you need to take the resistance band off altogether, go for it. Just do what feels good for you today. I'm going to start with the heavy band and we're going to start standing and warm up through our legs. So let's just step into this band. Place it just above the knees, and we're going to work it through a few different squat variations just to kind of get us nice and warmed up before we hit the floor. Okay, so just going to bring your feet about parallel, so it's running nice and parallel to each other. There's a slight bit of resistance on that band to begin with, and let's just stand up straight. Hands are kind of rest on the hips, and I want you to come up into a nice high heel. So you kind of lift up onto a nice tiptoe. You can kind of go quite high if you've got some good balance, or you kind of come to about a little bit of a medium height. We are just going to lower down. So I'm just going to start to squat through and lower down, and then stand all the way back up. Oh, I'm going to get a bit of balance here. Nice. Maybe just go a little bit slowly to begin with, just to kind of keep that balance, because you want to keep that heel up the entire time. We lower down, we lift back up. Good. All right, we keep going. So at any point you can drop that heel just a little bit lower, but we want to try and stay nice and lifted. We have a nice little bit of pressure on the band. Nothing too crazy, but just a nice little bit of pressure. And just go to the tempo that you need to go, because if you need to go a little bit slower today, go for it. Or you can start to speed up just a little bit. It, good. We want to try and keep the body nice and lifted, so we don't want it sort of tipping forward and we don't want the butt sitting back. We want to kind of keep ourselves nice and lifted. So we just lower down and then lift back up. Good. Lower here and up. Nice. So try and stay up on that nice high heel. Keep a nice bit of pressure on that band. That's it. We'll go for a few more and we'll start to add on. That's it. We lower and lift, and maybe start to think about squeezing through the back of the body a little bit here. That's it, good. We lower down. You might be able to get a little bit lower each time. Test yourself here. Let's go down for another 6. Good, squeeze back up for 5. 4 more. Try and keep that balance for 3. 2 more. On your next one, we're going to stay nice and low. So can you hold it down here for me? Stay nice and low. Good, we still have our heels lifted. Slight resistance on that band. We're just holding here. The legs might start to shake a little bit. Good, can we now open the band? Close it, good. We open, so really press against that band. You want to keep that heel nice and lifted. The rest of the body staying nice and still. You're not lifting up or down. We're just opening the band, closing it back up. Good. We go for 6. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. 1. But can we stay nice and low? Just do 6 little pulses here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stand back up. You can lower your heels. Maybe give the legs a little bit of a shake. We're staying here, we've got another little variation. So maybe just come a little bit wider with the feet, maybe just outside of hips, not too wide. Toes will kind of point out just slightly. Keep the heels down for this one. Again, hands on hips or wherever you need to put them for balance. We're lowering down to a squat now. So for this one, you do want to sit back a little bit more. Good, so we lower down, lift back up. Good, so your knees will sort of track over the toes. Your knees will also push that resistance band out. We don't want the knees coming in, we want to push against that band as we sit that bottom back now. That's it, good. As you stand back up, squeeze the back of the body. We lower down, lift up. So once you have this, your tempo can speed up a little bit if you like, or you can go nice and slow. Just make sure you've got that push out of that band and you're sitting the bottom back and then squeezing everything in behind as you stand back up. That's it, just a few more here. Then we'll add on. Let's go for 6, 5, Good, in 2. We're going to stay nice and low on your next one. Can we sink nice and low? Holding here. I want you to lift that right heel up, but I want you to stay nice and low, and then lower that heel back down. Good. We lift the left heel. We lower down. So we're just alternating heel lifts here. We're still sitting back. We're still pushing against this band. That's it. We're lifting and squeezing the heel back down. Just a few more here. Good. Let's go for 4. Stay nice and low for 3. Good. 2 more. 1 more, both sides. We lift, we squeeze down, we lift, we squeeze down. Hold it here. Finish off with 6 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can stand up. Okay, maybe give those legs a little bit of a shake. Nice, should be nice and warm. Let's get rid of this heavy. Let's grab onto our medium band. Just place it again above the knees. And we're going to look into our clam series here. So, we're going to lay on our side. So pick your side to begin with. And we're going to rest on down onto our arm. My elbow is just underneath my shoulder. When I kind of lay in this position here, my knees are bent, my feet are in line with my bottom, and everything's sort of stacked on top of each other. So think about feet stacked on feet, knees on knees, hip on hip. And I really want to press this upper body away. So over time, you're going to want to sink down into this arm. Keep pressing it away. Again, nice bit of length through your shoulder, through to your ear. Okay, the band's here for a nice bit of resistance. Let's squeeze the feet together and let's lift our top knee up. Good, and then we lower back down. That's it. So you're really pushing against that band, squeezing feet together, squeezing that right butt cheek a little bit there. Good. So we lift and then we lower back down. Good. All the way up. Nice. So really think about squeezing into the back of that right butt cheek there. We lift on up. We resist it back down as well. Good. And even though we're in this side lying position, still really think about something drawing that belly in as we're kind of propped up here. Good. We lift and lower. Nice. Good. Hands can kind of rest in front if you need a little bit of support, or I can kind of rest up on the hip. We just lift and lower. We've got a few more here, then we'll add on. Good. Feel that resistance on the way down as well. Don't let the band kind of like slam the leg down. We kind of want to resist nice and slow back down. Let's go for another 6. 5 more. Keep pressing upper body away, nice and lifted. 3. Good. 2. On to the next one. Can you keep that knee lifted for me? Little pulses up, 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 up. Good. I hope you're starting to feel it through that left butt cheek there. I know I am. Good. Let's go for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee down. Maybe you need to give a little bit of a tap out to the bottom. Let's kind of reset. Let's set ourselves back up again. We're going to lift on up. So let's lift that top knee. This time I'm going to leave this knee here, so I want it staying nice and high. I'm just going to hinge the bottom half of my leg out, then hinge back, and then lower down. It's really kind of like pieced movement. So we lift up, we hinge out, heel to heel, lower that knee down. Good. That's it. Squeeze on up, lift up, hinge out, heel to heel, lower down. That's it. Good. We want to keep it nice and high, nice and lifted. Back up. Good. A few more. That's it. Nice. Knees still lifting away. Upper body nice and lifted. Let's go for another 4. 3 more. 2. On the next one, you're going to lift, hinge out, keep that leg out here for me, little pulses to finish off. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge and lower down again. Give that bottom maybe and a nice little tap out there. It should be burning. Before we go to the other side, let's do a little bit of ab work. So I'm going to use this band still. I'm going to bring it down just to above my ankles though. And I'm going to lay on back. My hands go behind my head. And I'm just resting nice and heavy into them. Good. My tailbone's also pushing into that floor. I've got a slight little gap just underneath my lower back and then neutral spine position. And we're just going to come up into a bit of a chest lift here. So we're just lifting up and then lowering down. We're just going to start to warm up through the abdominals. So we lift on up and lower back down. Good. All the way up, back down. So remember, just have that nice little gap underneath your chin between your chest, like an apple or tennis ball, something like that. We want to keep that space here, and then we're lifting ourselves by squeezing our ribs towards our hips. Good. We lift and lower, just warming up. Go for another 8. 6 more. 5. 4 more here. 3. 2. On your next one, can you stay nice and lifted for me? And then when you lower back, just lower halfway, so not completely, and then lift up. It's almost like little pulses, and then lift up. Little halfway, and lift back up. Small, little movement up and down. You've got an 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4. It's a very small movement. 2 more here. 1 more. And then you can just lower down, have a little moment here. Alright, let's work into the bit of tabletop legs now. So at the moment you're in a nice neutral spine. Now we want to get a nice flat back. So I do so by kind of tucking my tailbone towards my face. So I'm like tucking it towards and I get this nice flat back. When I've got this positioning here, I can bring my legs into a nice tabletop position. I want to keep this connection of my nice flat back as I lift and as I lower back down. Good, so we need to lift on up. I'm keeping nice and flat through that lower back. You do so by tucking the tailbone towards your face and then you lower back down. Good, we lift and lower, that's it. The band at the moment is just there. Your legs will need to run parallel. We have a slight little push against it. We will use it for the next few exercises, but let's just kind of get set up here first. We lift on up and lower back. Let's go for 8, 7. Good, keep that nice flat back. Even as you lower back down, you want to keep that connection there. Nice flat back between the floor. Good, let's go for another 4, 3, 2 more here. 1 more. And then we lower everything back down, lower those feet down. Maybe you might just have a little sway side to side with the knees, if that feels good. I'm just going to fix this band back up because we're going back up to our tabletop again. So my hands are behind my head. Again, I tuck that tailbone, I get a nice flat back, that connection with the floor. And then you bring my legs up into tabletop. So here we're going to add on now. So I'm going to come up into my chest lift. Let's just go for 3 just to kind of set ourselves up. For 2. On your next one, I want you to lift and hold for me. Can you shoot your legs out for me? So keeping that back connected to the floor, shoot your legs out nice and straight, and then bring them back in, lower the head down. So with this one here, you want to make sure that your back stays nice and flat. So if that means that your legs need to go up towards the ceiling today, that's fine. You kind of pick where your body wants to go today. So the lower you down you go, obviously the harder it is on your lower abdominals, but we just need to make sure that connection's there. So if you're connecting to the floor and your feet are here, then stay here today. And we're just lifting up, shooting legs out, and then lowering everything back down. Good, we just shoot out, lower everything down. So you will have a slight little push on that band, a slight bit of resistance. As you shoot the legs out, you can just push slightly against it, not too much to begin with. Good. That's it. Let's go for another 4. Lower everything down for 3. Good. 2. On your next one, can you stay nice and lifted for me? Keep that chest nice and high. Just pulse those legs. Open, close, open, close. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower everything back down. Again, you want to sway those legs side to side, or you can hug knees toward your chest if that feels better. Let's go for one more little kind of combo mix here. So again, let's flatten through that lower back. Let's bring those legs up into tabletop. Let's reset with our 3 here. So let's go up for 3, legs in tabletop. For 2. On your next one, as you lift up, shoot legs out for me, pulse open for 1, and then let's lower down. Each time we're going to add on, so you lift on up, shoot legs out, we go for 2, 1, lower back down, good, we lift on up, shoot those legs out, we go for 3, 2, 1, go back here, remember your legs can be up towards the ceiling, if that feels better, we just open for 4, 3, 2, 1, down, we're just going up to 6, we shoot out, we go for 5, open, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw everything back, last little bit here, we shoot out, we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we lower everything back down, good. Again, hug those knees in towards your chest, have a little roll side to side, you can kind of roll on up. Let's go to the other side with our legs. Let's bring that band back above our knees and let's work the other side. So I'm just going to flip on over. Again, I'm kind of, I'm lining up my feet together, my knees together, my hip is on top of my hip, and I'm going to rest on down. And my elbow is just relaxing underneath my shoulder here, pressing away from that floor. I'm drawing that belly in, even though I'm kind of like in this side positioning here, getting a nice bit of space between my shoulder and my ear. And we're just going to lift that, squeeze those ankles together and lift that top knee up and then lower back down. That's it, lift on up, lower, nice. Really push against that band to press it up, resist it back down. Good, squeeze through that left butt cheek here and then lower back down, that's it, good. Remember this hand kind of be here for a bit of support or kind of rest on the hip. Good, we go for a few more. Let's get this glute nice and warm. Then we'll start to add on. Let's go for another 6, 5. Doing check in. I'm just going to make sure I'm pressing away that from the floor still. 3 more. 2. On your next one, we keep it up nice and high. We pulse up, 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 up. Good for 6, 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Let's lower that knee down. Maybe give a nice little tap out through that glute there. Good, all right, and let's get set up again. So this time we're going to lift on up. We keep the knee exactly where it is. I hinge out the lower half of my leg, heel to heel, and lower back down. Good, so we lift on up, hinge on out, heel to heel, lower back down. Good. Really hold it, keep that knee nice and lifted. We don't want it dropping down as we extend that leg out. And lower back, good. Nice. Just a few more here. Good, good. Really hold it, keep that knee nice and high. Extend out, lower down. My legs being nice and shaky. Good. Go for another 4. For 3, hinge on out, heel to heel, lower down. So nice kind of peace control movement. On your next one, we lift up, we hinge out, keep that leg nice and straight, nice and lift. A little pulses up and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel to heel, hinge down, good, keep that nice tap out. All right, let's get rid of that medium band. We're going to work into a bit of thigh stretch now. We're just going to work the front of the thighs, also a little bit with abdominals and a little bit through the arms. So I'm going to grab my lightest band and I'm going to come to a kneeling position. So I'm going to face, show you side on. That way you can kind of see what my body is doing. We will be on our knees, so if you do feel like your knees get a little bit kind of funny sometimes, you can roll the mat to give yourself a little bit more cushion, or grab a towel or something like that. I'm going to stay on here. So I'm going to grab the band, and the band's going to go just around my wrist, just like that. Then I'm going to come to a high kneeling position. I'm untucking my toes for this one here. And let's get ourselves up. So at the moment I want you in a nice high kneel. So that just means like pelvis is pushing forward. I'm squeezing my bottom to keep me nice and lifted. My arms are going out nice and long in front of me, and I want my shoulders drawn away from my ears. And also I'm going to just draw that belly in. Think of something kind of casing around that belly and holding it in. Okay, arms are out nice and long. I'm just going to do some movement nice and slow, just to kind of test myself and see where my body wants to go today. I want to hinge from my knees, okay, and keep my body nice and straight. So I start to kind of press my body back behind me, but I'm hinging from my knees and I'm keeping my body nice and straight. I'm sort of tucking my tailbone a little bit and squeezing it up and under to keep it nice and straight. Sometimes we have a tendency to kind of put our bottom back or kind of curve a bit too much. We want to keep the body nice and straight. So I hinge from the knee, I lower back. You feel a nice little kind of tension in the front of the thighs, and then you just release back up. So just try it, test it out. Maybe it's a slow little movement to begin with, and then lift back up. Each time you might be able to get that a little bit lower, and then you press back up. Good, keep squeezing that bottom, draw the abdominals and wrap around them as you lower back. And lift up, good. Arms, just a slight bit of pressure on the band for the moment. Good, just draw the shoulders away from the ears. They tend to want to creep up, but we just forward and back. Good. That's it. Let's go for a few more here. Let's go for 4. Then we'll start to add on. We've got 3. Good, keep hinging from the knees. 2. Good, on your next one, can you hinge back and hold for me? Can you hold this position here? You're getting a little bit shaky, that's a good thing. Just holding for me. I'm going to lift my arms up towards the ceiling, lower back down, and then extend forward. So that's our next move now. So we hinge back. As I hold myself here, I bring my hands up towards the ceiling, back, and lift back up. Good. So this will get you a little bit more work through your abdominals. You want to draw that belly in as you lift those arms up. You should get nice and shaky through the abdominals, still working through the front of thighs as well. Good. Let's go for a few more. Let's go for 4. Good, for 3. Keep squeezing bottom as you extend on back. 2 more here. Good. On your next one, now we're going to hinge on back and hold here. Let's just move the arms up and down, just the arms. Good, get a nice bit of fire through the front of the thighs. Let's go for 4, 3, good, 2, 1, and extend forward. Okay, maybe just relax the arms for a moment. Have a little shake out through the legs, maybe have a little sit back for a minute. We've got one more little bit to finish off for today, so one last little bit. So, before we're hinging from the knees and keeping a nice straight body, now I want you to sort of almost sit back to your heels, but don't go back exactly, and then squeeze back up, okay? Let's just get that movement first, so we kind of almost sit down, squeeze up. So, as you sit, you lift up, you squeeze everything, okay? We're going to bring our arms into it now. Push forward, good. Bring our arms in by our waist, press back out. Have a bit of resistance on that band for me. When you get up nice and high, pull the band open, release, come back down. Good. Open band, lower back down. Good. Open band, lower back down. Good. Squeeze bottom as you lift up. Nice. Let's go nice and quick for another 6, 5, 4 more here, 3, 2, 1. Peace out nice and high form. We just press the bend open, close for 10, 9, 8. Draw shoulders away from ears. Now 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can lower everything down. Maybe give yourself a nice little shoulder roll back, forwards. You can place that band away because we are all done. So thank you for joining me today. I really hope you got a nice little workout there. I know I'm a little bit out of breath, so hopefully got you there too. Thank you.